Following the death of Queen Elizabeth II, Charles III has been anointed King of England. In addition to the throne, King Charles is the only heir to his mother's private fortune. He will be given a sumptuous throne, several gem-encrusted crowns, numerous castles and palaces, and a mountain of money. Because of his new status as king, Charles III has become one of the wealthiest persons in England. If you're wondering where his fortune came from, it comes from the royal family's private holdings throughout the years. Everything King Charles III will inherit from Queen Elizabeth II's private riches is listed here. The net worth of Queen Elizabeth II was worth $500 million at the time of her death. According to some sources, her assets are worth between $447 and $600 million. Her portfolio includes the $140 million Balmoral Castle, the $65 million Sandringham estate, farms and property around the United Kingdom, and a premium jewelry collection. She also received a sizable inheritance from her father, King George VI. In 2002, the Queen inherited her mother's $94 million inheritance, which included art, jewels, Fabergé eggs, and racehorses. After Prince Philip died in April 2021, the former king acquired his $30 million fortune. There is also the annual sovereign grant, which is a government-issued grant that contributes to Queen Elizabeth's overall net worth. It is decided by the money earned by the Crown estates and properties held by the British monarch across the United Kingdom. In 2020, it earned $475 million. According to sources, the royal family earned a quarter of the proceeds. How much does King Charles III get from his mother? The Queen's whole fortune, estimated to be over $500 million, would be tax-free passed on to King Charles III. His current net worth is $400 million. In the United Kingdom, citizens must pay a 40% inheritance tax if the value of their estate exceeds $377,000. According to a one-of-a-kind arrangement signed with the government, any assets left to a monarch of the United Kingdom by their immediate descendant shall be free from inheritance tax. Gifts left to other children or descendants, on the other hand, will be taxed in the usual way. This will only be the case if the Queen's estate is passed entirely to King Charles. The monarch's exemption from paying inheritance tax was established to prevent the sovereign's riches from dwindling over time. The monarch does not engage in traditional activities such as working or trade to develop their land in the same manner that the normal individual would. If the monarch's estate was always subject to inheritance tax, their wealth would be drastically reduced. Along with his mother's horse racing prize money, estimated at $8 million, and financial portfolio, reported to be worth over $116 million 6 years ago, King Charles is entitled to inherit his mother's collection of Commonwealth postal stamps, which is now held in St. James's Palace. According to insiders, the Queen's stock portfolio did well during the last year. Her stock market portfolio should have fared well over the last year, sustaining a $5.8 million gain in her personal worth to $429 million, according to calculations. The Queen is the first British monarch to reach the age of 70. During this period, she has collected a sizable private property and financial fortune, as well as protected historic treasures. The royal finances will be adjusted by the new monarch. During his first speech as king, Charles III paid respect to his mother and addressed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who had become estranged from one another. He also expressed his admiration for Harry and Meghan as they continue to create their lives overseas. According to a royal family insider, it was a sign from the king that Harry is still a member of his loving family and that they will continue to support him. The monarch, on the other hand, has previously announced his intention to make changes to the royal family, such as reducing the number of serving royals and decreasing expenditures. According to a source at the palace, there is no way Charles's team will be as generous in turning a cheek and not calling them, Harry and Meghan, out. They weren't supposed to be using their titles everywhere. That was not on the table. In the case of Prince Andrew, who was accused in the Jeffrey Epstein affair, King Charles terminated him from official employment and would very probably cut him off financially. According to journalist David McClure, they do know that Prince Andrew gets paid from the Queen's Duchy of Lancaster estate, but the exact circumstances are hidden in a mist of pea soup proportions. Majesty's managing editor, Joe Little, noted that there aren't many more family members to cut and that those who have left perform their jobs.